What up, family? Get on news reporter man Dash 20 Mary Lee. Today is Thursday in my city, Chicago, February the 24th, 2022. It's a little early. I got 5:58 in the AM. Um, this is going out to people who, you know, are easily influenced, and I guess I would say to you, the viewer, who are easily influenced. If it don't apply, let it fly. Meaning, if it doesn't apply to you, then just don't worry about it. But if it does, and you know somebody that has, you know, these type of issues that I'm about to address, then maybe you might want to pass this video on to them. A lot of people growing up, like to be what they call in the in crowd, and they want to be somebody. If you listen to some young people, they say, "Well, what do you want out of life?" I want to be somebody, But you know what it takes to become somebody. Um, a lot of work, hard work, drive, determination, and dedication. And back in the day, I really thought that meant something. Even though all the adversities I have gone through, being a child abuse victim, uh, being abandoned by my family, been mistreated by my family, so called friends, foster homes, group homes, hospital treatment centers, all walks of life, basically. And I've always tried to maintain a sense of calm and ease. Now, to look at me, you would think, just from my outer exterior, that um, I'm probably kind of like, a roughneck or whatever and stuff. Yes, I've grown up in the streets of Chicago selling general merchandise and making a living, paying bills and doing the right thing because I didn't want to sell drugs and be, a burden on my so called family that I did happen to come across, later on in life, but who only, wanted to take advantage of me. I'm just keeping it real with you, family, because I know I'm not the only person who has gone through this and who has been a part of a family and may have been the black sheep of the family, or the breadwinner that everybody kind of like leaned on for their own selfish you know come ups or whatever the case may be. I'm the baby of the family of five. I have three sisters, so they say, one brother, and then myself. And, I could never get anything from them, but they always got everything from me. Now, you know, I wouldn't say it to be slanderous or anything if it wasn't true, but it's true. And, for some reason, my family, especially my oldest sister, Linda Nelson, and her side of the family, her four daughters and, you know, whoever, seems as though they could just do the most to me, and I supposed to just take it because I'm dark skinned, I guess. It's that Willie Lynch, program that they set out long time ago, light skin versus dark skin, older versus, younger. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, that is definitely working. They said for about 500 years it should work. Now, I thought people that went to school, college, and had the best degrees and upbringing, I thought for sure they would be as smart, or if not as smart, or smarter than me. You understand what I'm saying? Just as smart as me, I should say. And I'm not the smartest person in the world, but common sense goes a long way. So, what I'm trying to say, I guess, without confusing you, viewer, is, you know, what would you do, you know, for $1 million, $1 billion, $1 zillion? Now, I say a zillion because it's true. My story, child abuse story, and the fact that I'm the originator of rap music, and everything I touch turn to gold, and every idea that I come up with manifests into something real big, and you know, even people's dreams, such as Martin Luther King, dream to bring people together. I was able to do that, and my generation. My generation was able to do that with my help and my determination and my blood, sweat, and tears, and the fact that I refused to give up um, believing in his so-called dream. And even if Martin Luther King said, I might not get there with you, but I want you to know that we as the people will see the promised land. And I believe what he saw was me coming up, because you can see these children and you can be like, oh, that they probably gonna be a basketball player, or they're probably gonna be a teacher. So he saw me coming up. You understand what I'm saying? Now, whether or not he tapped out or he, just he got murdered for real, whatever the case is, because books, movies are corrupt. Suicide is way up. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a song that says that, if it ain't one thing, it's another, by Richard Dimplefield. And I have given that song to the powers that be, along with my life story and rap child abuse story, a couple of times. Richard Dimplefield, if it ain't one thing, it's another. And that's when he talks about books, movies are corrupt, suicide is way up. Now, I don't want no one killing themselves because, they feel as though people have let them down, and, because they wanted me to do that. In 1995, I literally did have a gun to my head. It was somebody else's gun, though, with somebody else's initials on it, but I purchased it at a gun shop in Indiana called Chuck Dalton's Gun Shop. Now, I was going to buy a spanking brand new gun in the box like I usually do. You understand? I had a gun card at the time. I was young, in my 20s. People were bothering me, and I was selling general merchandise in the streets of Chicago, trying to make a living, and all I had was me to rely on. I didn't have no help from family and friends, and so I needed protection. So I bought a gun, and then, a couple of them guns have come up missing, and I'm sure, police know where they're at or whatever and stuff. And I wouldn't doubt if I got killed by my own gun, because if you know the story about the rapper The Game, they said he got shot by his own gun. So they're trying to find all kind of ways and scenarios to, eliminate me. But yeah, I had bought this gun though back in 1995 at Chuck Dalton's gun shop. It was a 38 with somebody else's initials on it. But I figured I wasn't gonna, use it or anything and stuff. But I was so depressed around that time, realizing I hadn't got nowhere fast, and I tried to help my family out. My oldest sister Linda Nelson and her four daughters, which was, my nieces. One Christmas, they said family and business don't mix. Believe me, it doesn't. And, I said, hey, I want y'all to sell some stuff at the flea market. And, I give each of you all $200 a piece. And just give me the rest. And out of all four of them, none of them could come up with 4 cents to give to me. So I had to take all the stuff to the streets. And, of course, I sold out because I built, my name and clientele up in the streets of Chicago. So they knew who I was. So it was easy for me to get rid of the stuff. But I thought for sure my nieces would have given me something. But all they was trying to do was give me a lot of grief because, they took after their mother, my oldest sister, Linda Nelson, who was a, gold digger and, never did treat me right, or my mother. But in the end, she tried to make it seem as though I didn't care about my mother. That's another story. Everybody knows, the older ones knows what time it is, and by her being light, bright, damn near white, she felt like she had that Willie Lynch, up on me, if that's what you want to call it. And I'm the youngest, so she took advantage of me, my oldest sister. And of course, my mother also, she took advantage of, because my mother, Mary Lee Wright, had got hit by a bus, and of course, Linda, got paid off of that. So, I always knew that she was a problem, my so-called oldest sister, Linda. And of course, her daughters, were just 4 more problems or whatever. But I still kind of try to, incorporate my writing skills and what my higher power gave me, intuition. You understand what I'm saying? To try to save them and stuff, because, Martin Luther King said that 4 girls had got bombed in church down south, doing Bible study or whatever and stuff. And I was like, I got 4 nieces, and sometimes history repeats itself, and when people realize you're worth something, you never know how they could finesse and, you know, what they say, history can repeat itself. You understand what I'm saying? How they can make it come full circle, but in a different way. And, they said one of my nieces, my oldest one, Yvonne Nelson, aka Rudy, got killed by a gangbang. And I don't know if they tapping out or, because they trying to give away because all the money I have accumulated and people who saw me growing up in the streets of Chicago when things weren't as bad as they are now in my city called Chiraq. You understand what I'm saying? Back then, when I was growing up, people still look wholesome and family oriented and all that. Now they look like they'll kill you on sight. And that's why they call it Chiraq. And because the money has accumulated and they're trying to figure, they done divvied it up probably by now, and they're just trying to, tie up some loose ends and try to kill me and stuff. So, family, friends, Mary McNamara, people who I giving deals to in the streets of Chicago who watched me grow up and who knows that, I'm a model citizen or whatever you want to call it. I'm a pillar in my community, even in this trap building that I'm at, who I am among people that can't wait to kill me and steal the little stuff that I have left and throw me out to the wolves with the people that's drinking drugs, smoking, fornicating, that got the coronavirus, something I've been trying to, stay away from. And the fact that they gave me cancer, in 2016, May 9th, for about 6 months from May to November, the so-called doctors and nurses on the psych ward at Cook County Jail, and that I call Crook County Jail, held me down knowing I had 19 years of sobriety. Matter of fact, I have 24 years now. You understand? Almost 25 this year, 2022, because I'm not letting the devil steal nothing from me. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, they may have, doped me up for 6 months or whatever in 2016, but I didn't allow it to stop me or to hinder me, or they wanted me to uh, lose hope and turn to dope, and my story would be over. But I chose to fight and continue to fight, with videos, and that's how I became your ghetto news reporter. You understand? That's something I came up with, and of course they want to try to steal that too, because anything that's good, they try to steal, kill, and destroy, or the person who came up with it. So I'm not trying to be an afterthought, because I knew in 1995, I told him, I said, I already know I'm worth more dead than I am alive. And Oprah Winfrey knows who I am. And, it's a shame, but whatever happens to me, I pray every day that Oprah, for real, dies before me, because, she doesn't deserve everything that my higher power has given to her because of me and my child abuse story. And nobody else does either, especially if they're not willing to stand up and help me this time after me helping them. I mean, think about it. Rent, Jordans, grocery, clothes, all the stuff that we grew up, buying into and stuff that wasn't happening, on a grand scale before. You understand what I'm saying? Rap music, the drugs, that they put in our communities, how much money they done made off of that, hospitals, schools, college, AA, gang meetings or whatever, gang banging, death, life insurance, things of that nature and stuff, cars, a lot of stuff. Just look around your house and look outside and look in the stores and think about all the money we have accumulated from, let's just start from 1973 on up and stuff. But definitely, after the movie The Color Purple that grossed in 1985 over $100 million, and it's still being talked about to this day because of me, merely your ghetto news reporter and originator of rap music. See, they just want me to keep pumping up their name, but they don't want to support me with a like or view this video or pass it on. And if they do, they act like they don't know me and stuff enough to leave a comment, or they don't want to compromise their livelihood. But when I go outside, to do my bits, because I have nobody helping me but me, that's when everybody try to, throw me to the wolves, and the police can't wait to, kill me, like Sandra Bland, Fannie Lou Hamer, and George Floyd, beat me like Rodney King, gave him $10 million. He ended up on Oprah's show, and they end up killing him and taking the money back. So you see, if the devil give you something, they gonna take it back. Step your game up. Peace.